Welcome back, hockey fans. I'm your host, Billy Brandt, along with my cameraman, Josh Keck, and we're just about ready to get underway here as the Pembina Valley Twisters are taking on the St. James Junior Canucks. And if you followed them JHL, and especially over this last half decade, these have been the two teams that have been the face of these two. These two teams have been the face here of the league. And give us 1 second here before we have Canada. And we're waiting the referees here before Canada starts. Twisters trying to turn their luck around. They haven't been too hot lately, dropping their last 5 games. Meanwhile, for the Canucks, they have had the fortune going their way, winners of their last 3 and 4 or 5. And as we wait our referees here before the start of the game, still to appear from the tunnel, these two teams here, third meeting of the campaign. And the Canucks taking both of them first meeting back in October 13th was a close 2-1 game here for the Canucks, picking up the win on the road. And then a 7-1 blowout as the referees are here to take the ice for the Canucks. And that was 1 month ago out in St. James. They're starting goaltenders for the St. James Junior Canucks. Number 30, Hayden Hofstad getting the start. He's 2-3 on the year. Save percentage of .875, a goals against average of 4.48. Meanwhile, for the Pembina Valley Twisters, starting in it for them, number 30, Mason Mazrat. And he has a record of 1 win, 8 losses, and an overtime loss on the season. And with that, a save percentage of .872 and a goals against average of 5.09. Both centers now ready in for the draw. It's Griffin Hyatt, their leading scorer for the St. James Junior Canucks, taking on Van Roby's in the draw. And as we await the officials, and with that, off the draw, and Phillips will take it back as the Canucks win the draw, and they'll work it ahead ice. Clausen, he'll work that one away from Griffin Hyatt. That puck comes all the way down in around behind the net. Canucks controlling in the attack zone. Still working with it. Trying to get back to the line. There's a quick shot on net. And Mazrat just able to get enough of that one as he sticks that one wide. Twisters turning it over in the attack zone. And Arson crashes the boards there, coming to the net. Twisters get a stick on it. And it comes up and out of play, bringing us our first stoppage of play, 32 seconds in. And as I talked about these two teams being the face of the MJHL, over those last 5 years, meeting 3 times apiece in the finals. And with the St. James Canucks getting the better of the last 2 off the draw. Canucks winning it back to Phillips. Phillips fires that one, and that one hits some lumber in front. Colin Thomas now in against Griffin Hyatt. On the draw. Loose puck again controlled by St. James. Trying to work it to Phillips at the blue line. That one squeaks out. And Stepik, he'll push that one ahead. St. James, they'll work that across ice. Spicer picks that one off, feeds in front. And the Twisters just a step behind the play, could not get their stick on the puck, and we got a stoppage in play here at 19:09. And Cohen Thomas winning the draw. No one home, though, for the Twisters at the line. And they'll have to work it all the way here in their own zone. Pass across. And long stretch pass. Spicer couldn't get a stick on that before the red line. And it's going to be an icing against the Twisters. 18:55 to go in the opening frame. Off the draw. Twisters working it on the near side. Turning back still with it is Cousins. Cousins, he'll play that across. Long stretch pass. And the Twisters take that into the zone. Continuing now on with it. Still working with it, trying to pick up that loose puck. And now they'll get it back in the attack zone, back to Younghusband. And Younghusband fires that badly into the sideboards. And the Canucks quickly clear that one out. Cousins picks that one up. Knocked off the puck due to some physical play by the Canucks as the Canucks scoop the puck up, try to turn that one up ice, and Romanuk just a little bit behind. Put ahead forward by Wall. And that loose puck, Rooney still with it. He got tied up there as they continue on. Rooney walks in, puts on the brakes, tries to serve for Wall, and that hit a skate in front. Puck picked up now here by the Canucks. Off the draw, still working with it. Twisters now. Quick shot by Ferguson, who had his first MJHL goal. And holding on for a whistle again is Huston. Off the draw. Canucks. They'll try and work that one back. Circling now. Still working with it. And that pass now across ice, and we got a stoppage in play here. Late change here for the Canucks. Again, we apologize if it's a little bit laggy here. They've been changing up the Wi-Fi. We're trying to get the greatest connection we can get as the Canucks work it on the near side. Trying to work that ahead. Ferguson picks off that pass, and he'll work that ahead ice. Quick turnover, and the Canucks dump that right back in. Behind the net, Twisters working with it, and they'll turn that one over at the line to Phillips. Phillips puts that all the way around behind the net, still trying to pick up that loose puck. Quick shot on net by the Canucks, and that one just bounces wide. It's fighting now for that loose puck as the skirmish behind the boards continues on. Still with it. Biggerty now scoops it up. Across to Ferguson. And he'll try and clear that one. Picked up by Olsen. And into the slot. Quick shot, and the Twisters score. It is the Twisters striking first here against the Canucks. And again, Ferguson creating the rush with that, and Van Robies able to find the back of the net.
And look away for 1 second.
And here's a look at the replay on the setup. Nice stretch pass there in front, and beat the D, able to tap that one in, and the Twisters up 1-0 on the second shot that they have on net of the game. As Anderson, he'll work that ahead. Loose puck. And the Canucks, they push that into the zone. Younghusband, he works back and scoops that one up. Loose puck. Anderson again with it. And he'll clear that one into the zone. That's right, he'll leave that for Cousins. Twisters can't corral the puck with some sloppy passing here. Though their defense able to scoop it up now here again. That puck will have just enough to come out of the zone. And Cousins goes in to play the hit. Loose puck picked up by the Twisters, trying to stay with it, and now they will. And Sadowski turns at the line, fires that one in, and decides to go for a change. Canucks now behind their own net. Still working with it. And that one shot in by DeGange. Comes right in on net and holding on for a whistle for a stoppage in play as Mazerat. Shots are 2-1 in favor of the Penn Valley Twisters. They lead this one 1-0. 15:23 on the clock. Off the draw, quick shot in the Canucks. Right back with the goal. And they made quick work to get back here in this one. So both teams finding the back of the net on their second shot. A piece on net. Here's a look at the replay as the shot up there as Neal works it across, and what difference maker he's been from coming back here with the Canucks. And we're not up at 1 apiece early on in this opening frame. That puck's deflected in. Mazerat, he'll work that behind him. Twisters trying to catch up to that loose puck. Still with it, it's Biggerty. He'll work that ahead, bouncing puck. And the Canucks, they'll work it into the zone. Peters in after it. He'll scoop it up. And now turn out to his forehand. Twisters now trying to work it out as well. Loose puck, corralled by St. James. And now Keck able to get it out momentarily as the Canucks play it right back in. And Wall, quick check at the line. And it's not offside as Romanov came flying in and Mazerat is able to hold on for a whistle at 14:31. Off the draw. And that shot wide of the net. Still working with it. In front won't go. As the battle for the puck continues. Now the Twisters with it on the far side. Van Robies. Here's the opening goal in this one. Still working with it. And he gets hit into the boards. And that's going to be a penalty coming up here. And a pretty easy call for the linesmen. As the Twisters, they'll get their special teams outgoing here early on. Twisters power play percentage coming in third in the league, 21.4%. Meanwhile, for the junior Canucks, their penalty kill sixth in the league, 81.7%. And off the draw, Canucks, they're working, trying to get it out. Spicer now with it. He'll play that ahead to Thomas. Working it down low. Thomas into the slot, bouncing puck off his skate. And a nice clear there by the Canucks as Cutter Jordy gets it out. And Jordy first one back there as Mazerat misplays it and he goes down. Twisters working it on the far side into the zone. Quick shot and that one off the mark and up and out of play. .13:42 on the clock here in the opening frame. Both teams knotted up here at 1 apiece early on in the first period. Off the draw. Wilson trying to work it. Still with it. Twisters now at the line. Spicer works it across. He leads all rookies in scoring. And there's a turnover. And trying to go the other way through traffic is the Canucks. And Thornton, he'll put that wide of the net. Scoops up his own rebound. Trying to work that out to Cohen Thomas. And the Twisters, they'll turn that one over. Canucks trying to get something going here. Short-handed. As they put that off the backhand, dangerous opportunity for them, and that won't go. Guilford now with it. He'll work it ahead to Cohen Thomas. Thomas puts on the brakes. 50 seconds remaining here on the man advantage. And trying to fire and shoot, that won't go for Pembina Valley. Still working now here. And the skirmish continuing against the corner boards for the puck. Spicer trying to work it free. Off a couple sticks, Twisters come free with it. Quick shot through traffic, kicks up and they score. And the Twisters strike again on the power play this time. And making use of their power play, it's Vlad Stepek with the goal. And here's a look at the replay. It's going to hit a skate right in front. And that pops straight up and just goes over the glove and into the top corner of the net. So 7:20 gone in the opening frame. Twisters have restored their lead thanks to the power play goal, though the Canucks trying to jump right back on them like they did after the first goal as Phillips walks in, trying to tie one up, rebound in front for Hyatt, and he couldn't get his stick on that. Seconds away from tying it up. Twisters trying to clear that one out. That will come out. And Neal plays it away from traffic. Neal with it. He'll work it back across to Phillips on the near side. And Kuzik works it to Hyatt into the zone. Peters all over him with the help of Wall. Wall trying to come through with the puck. And turn that over to Hyatt. He can't get a stick on it. Loose puck. Twisters again turn it over behind their goal. Canucks, they'll work that across to Phillips. Phillips has shot through traffic. Rebound in front. And the Canucks tie it up on a simple goal like that. And here's a look at the replay as Phillips sets it up with the initial shot. Mazrat down, couldn't do much, and the Canucks flip it right over the down Mazrat. Twisters, they'll win the draw back. Van Roby's now with it. His long stretch pass off a couple sticks. Loose puck, and the Twisters fire that one just off the side. Now on the near side. March with it. He'll go in, playing that across. Van Roby's picks it up. As the Canucks trying to center that one. Picked up by Ferguson, trying to go through traffic. Loose puck, and Van Roby's takes that into the zone offside. Bring us a stoppage in play here at 11:12. Off the draw. Twisters, they'll win that one back and fire that one wide. Loose puck. Canucks. Long stretch pass. And Romanek will take it ahead into the zone. Firing. And the loose puck in front. Trying to knock that in was Grindle Magnum. Says Magnum Grindle was right there. Now with it. And losing that at the line. Staying with us, Josh Guilford. He fires that one wide. Continuing now with it as the Canucks work it out from their own zone. Loose puck. Picked up by Stadowski. He'll play that one back. Twisters work it ahead, and Sabra knocked off the puck by Wellfellow. Twisters still with it in their own zone. Trying to work that again, and this time picked up by the Canucks. Canucks walking right back in, goes to the back end, and Mazrat has the answer on the opportunity. We got a penalty coming up. And it's going to be a slashing call coming to the Pembina Valley Twisters, and the Canucks have a chance to match the Twister shots. Meanwhile, are 9-5 as Guilford goes to the box for the 2 minutes for the slash. There's a look at the replay right there and breaks up a scoring opportunity as the Canucks head to the power play. Canucks power play, second in the league, 22.8%. The penalty kill for the Pembina Valley Twisters, fourth in the league, 82.1. Cohen Thomas in on the draw. And trying to pick that one up is Biggerty. And he'll just hold that there against the dasher, trying to clear it out. Puck bouncing up. And then Phillips holds it at the zone for the Canucks. He'll work that across to Neal. Neal now with it. Back to Phillips. To Neal. His shot through traffic. And that one hits some bodies in front. Gets past Phillips and goes all the way down the ice as the Twisters get a break. Neal now with it as he goes to work it ahead ice. He'll put that one back to Romanuk, trying to work that across, and Phillips gets called on the offside. A minute 22 remaining of the man advantage here in this one as we enter the back half of the opening frame of this high-scoring affair early on. Both teams knotted up at 2 apiece. Hyden on the draw. And that one won by Van Robies. And a quick clear in on net by the Twisters. Hofstad, he'll leave that one on for Phillips. Phillips working his way out from behind his own goal. Ahead to Hyatt, then to Neal. As Neal walks right up the center of the ice and gets it knocked off his stick by Peters. Back now to Romanuk. Romanuk waiting. He'll play that one down low and get it right back. Works it to Phillips at the point. Now Romanuk with it. He'll work it down low into the slot, and the pass won't go for the Canucks. That'll come all the way down the ice. 45 seconds remaining on the Junior Canucks power play opportunity. Phillips with it. He'll work that ahead to Neal. Neal working it in to the zone now for Thornton, and he'll try and center that one. Picked up by Neal, and across. Anderson now with it, and he'll circle back to the point. And Arneson to Neal. Now to Arneson, and his shot through traffic won't go. Arneson picks it up, and he'll work it to Arneson. Arneson playing it across, and the sticks in front. Can't get that one to Neal on the near side, and going the other way is Darby Olsen, who had an assist on the Twisters' opening goal. Right back to Cohen Thomas as the power play expires. Bouncing puck in front, and the Twisters just bang that one wide of the net. Loose puck. And a long stretch pass here for the Canucks. And that went into the zone by Anderson. Cousins, he'll work it across to Biggerty. His long stretch pass. Picked up at the other side of the ice and played ahead. Keck chasing down his own dump and chase. He'll work that across. For Rooney. Rooney fires in on. He was too fine with that. Trying to go short side. Put it behind the net. Cousins works it down low for Keck. Keck trying to pick up that loose puck. And now it's worked ahead by the Canucks as they get around the hit by Cousins on his attempt. Right into the slot for Thornton. Loose puck, and that beat the 5-hole, but did not find its way in between the posts, just wide. And Thornton again works that ahead forward for Arneson. Loose puck, Arneson scoops it up to Thornton in the slot. That one off his stick onto the stick of Rooney. Rooney makes a nice toe drag right through Anderson. Continues on, tries to do another one as he splits the D. He'll get pickpocketed by Phillips. Loose puck, continuing on with it. Stepic now works it, and he'll turn that one right back over to McLean. Spicer now with his quick back check, picking up the puck. Walking in, fires that one in, and Hofstad will hold on for a whistle at 6:48. Shots in the opening frame, 9 for the visiting Canucks, 7 for your Pembina Valley Twisters. We're now up at 2 apiece. Off the draw. Twisters, quick shot in on net. Rebound, and the Twisters strike again. And the high-scoring period starts out, this time with the help of Clausen, and getting the deflection in front. Vlad Stepic is second of the game. And here's a look at the replay. And it's Guilford back across. That was Guilford with the assist, not Clausen on the near side. And with that, the Twisters have restored their 1-goal lead. Off the draw, Canucks trying to work it ahead forward. Picked up now here by Ferguson. Ferguson through traffic. And he'll lose the puck as the Canucks quickly to work it back the other way into the slot. Hyatt, and he puts that one just wide of the net. Ferguson now, he'll put his back to the boards, and right in front in the slot for the Canucks, and Masrat has the answer in what has not been a good night for goaltending. Working with it, and Ferguson can't get that one out of the zone. Second effort by the Twisters, able to clean that one up. And Ferguson's going to play with the high stick, and we got stoppage in play at 5:56. And there's a look as the Canucks, again, coming inches from knotting this one back up at 3. And there's the opportunity right in the slot, and Masrat able to get the pad down. So they're going to add Spicer with the assist as he continues to grow on his points. He's now split even 9-9 for a total of 18 as he leads all rookies in scoring. It's 9 goals and 9 assists. Griffin Hyatt's going to get waived as well as Wall. And both new centermen come in on the draw. Loose puck, Twister's able to get that ahead for Wall, just not enough as he tries to work it forward. Neal, though, picks him off. Neal, he'll work that one back to Phillips. And worked on away by Rooney. And Rooney able to knock the puck free for Wall. Wall goes behind the net. And again, Neal able to steal the puck back from him as the Canucks trying to work it the other way. Walking into the zone. Anderson trying to go through traffic. He gets knocked down. Loose puck in front. And a great opportunity for the Canucks, though they can't connect in front. Still working with the loose puck. And the Twisters able to clear that one all the way down the ice. Fluttering puck won't have enough for the icing. And Neal, he'll get it from his goaltender, work it across to Phillips on the near side. Phillips puts that one into the zone, round to the stick of Younghusband. Loose puck comes all the way back to Phillips. He'll work it across to Neal. Neal back to Phillips. And that one worked ahead and deflected in by Griffin Hyatt. That's going to be an icing charge against the St. James Junior Canucks as we're into the final 5 of the opening frame. 4:53 on the clock. Shots in the opening frame. 10-8 so far in favor of St. James. It's the Twisters. Again, back in the lead by 1. 3-2. Off the draw, Cohen Thomas, he'll win that one across to Spicer. Spicer works it back to the point, now to Biggerty. His shot through traffic, and that went off the blocker into the corner. Cohen Thomas, first one back there. And that one picked up by Neal. Neal trying to get it out, long stretch pass. And in through the traffic. And a slash taking there will be a Twisters coming to another power play as Josh DeGange used his stick as he couldn't connect on that pass. And here's a look at the replay. DeGange just couldn't accept the pass right there, lost it a little bit, and takes a little whack in return. And with that, the Twisters trying to do and match their opening power play. 1 for 1 so far tonight. Twisters win the draw. Canucks trying to clear. Loose puck. Comes out of the scrum to Spicer. Spicer walks into that one, puts that one just wide of the net. And Cohen Thomas, he'll work it back to Spicer. Spicer fanning on it, gets it right back, curls it in front. Loose puck jamming at it, and Hofstad holds on for a whistle. Loose puck, still working with it. Twisters, they'll play that across. And that one kicked away for Spicer. And he can't scoop that one up. Canucks able to clear it all the way down. Guilford, he'll scoop it up with 4 to go. 80 seconds remaining on the Twisters' man advantage. That one scooped up on the near side and into the zone by Darby Olsen. Fires that one wide of the net. Vlad Stepik there. He'll work it back behind. Loose puck picked up by the Canucks trying to clear. And Guilford, he'll break up the Canucks. Opportunity there shorthanded. Now to Spicer. Into the final minute, a power play opportunity. And a turnover there. Quick shot there by the Canucks. And that one comes up and out of play. 3:18 on the clock. Thorson in on the draw. And he'll win that one against Ferguson. And the Canucks elect to play keep away here. And they'll fire that one all the way back down the ice. Masrat leaves it back, 40 to go on the man advantage. 3:05 on the clock as the Twisters cycle it around in their own zone. Working now to Peters as he steps in and bumped off the puck. Picked up by the Canucks and a quick clear by them on a nice play there by Car Jordy. Ferguson with it. One last rush here on the man advantage for the Pembina Valley Twisters. Ferguson, he'll play that across to Rooney. Rooney steps in and he gets called offside. And Rooney and Jordy having a little bit of a conversation following the whistle down there. 2:34 to go. Shots are 11-10 in favor of the Pembina Valley Twisters. 6 seconds remaining on the man advantage following the slash. Cohen Thomas, he'll win that one, trying to get to Stepek. And that one works all the way down. Clausen scoops that up, and that will do it for the man advantage. Back to even strength. Twisters fall to 50% on the night on the power play as Stepek plays it in. Neal scoops up the loose puck. He'll work it on the far side. Guilford scoops it up now, and he'll play that ahead, trying to get to Stepek. Stepek works it in behind the goal, and huffs it off the stick of Neal as Neal gets it right back. He'll work it across to Phillips. Phillips now, back to Neal. Neal waits, and he's going to suck in Vlad Stepek, and with that, he'll work his way right through the whole Twisters team. No, he will not, and the Twisters' last line of defense sets up a good enough roadblock to work it the other way. As Stepek works it into the zone. And Stepek comes in, and oh, he tried to put that in tight. Could have had a nice goal there, just not enough on it. As Neal works it the other way into the final 90 seconds. In front, and the Canucks couldn't connect. Twisters clear that one all the way down. Phillips plays that one. He'll turn that one over, and into the zone comes Spicer. Spicer walking in, puck knocked off his stick. Twisters, he'll scoop that up, misplay that one. Here's a breakaway for Romanuk, and the answer there for Masrat instead. 60 seconds to go as we're in the final minute of the opening frame. Anderson with the puck on his stick. He'll work with it across to Bruce. Against the corner boards, and Olsen works that one in on net. Twisters tag at the line and set up the forecheck. And Romanuk just clears that one in on net, and Masrat holds on. No, he's going to leave that there. Just enough to shield that away from Griffin Hyatt. Loose puck. Anderson fires out in on net. Rebound right to Hyatt. He couldn't get a shot away. Bouncing puck. Ferguson works it out of the zone with 20 to go. And he's got Van Robies with him. Ferguson walking in. Firing, and that went off the glass. And the Canucks trying to get one last chance of their own here into the final 10 seconds. And Hyatt comes into the zone, works his way through a couple bodies, stays with it. And the Twisters break up that opportunity. And with that is the horn, and a high-scoring affair comes to a stop here. With the first 20 gone, shots are 3-2. The score is 3-2. Shots are 12-11 in favor of the Pembina Valley Twisters. Twisters 1 for 2 on the man advantage. Canucks 0 for 1. And we'll be with your scoring summary here shortly in this high-scoring 5-goal first period. Now your scoring summary starting it off, 3:36 into the game. Owen Van Robies had his fourth of the campaign from Darby Olsen and Gage Ferguson. Then at 4:44, the Canucks tying it right back up. And Carson Samalcha had his first from Roy Neal and Ashton Romanuk. At 7:20, Vlad Stepek, with the help of the power play, got his sixth of the campaign from Josh Guilford. It didn't take too long after that, as at 8:17, Tristan Arneson got his ninth to tie the game back up at 2 apiece from Jacob Phillips and Ryland Kuzik. And then at 13 24. Vlad Stepan got his second of the game from Josh Guilford and Austin Spicer to give the Twisters a 3-2 lead, and that is how they sit here at the intermission. I'm your host, Bentley Brownlow, with my cameraman Josh Keck, and we'll see you all following the first intermission. And as we get ready here to start the second period, we'll look at how these teams stand here. And as you can see, the Twisters trying to dig themselves out of that hole there in the last place. Meanwhile, for the junior Canucks, trying to get a couple points here as the Jets lost earlier on today to make some spacing there in that sixth position and work their way closer to that number 5th spot against the where the junior Victorious currently hold that. And with this, we'll go around our out-of-town scoreboard coming into tonight. 5 games in action, including this game. It started off with the Transcona Rail Express, who are the top team, but dropping again there as they did not have the greatest weekend with the 5-2 loss at home to the Twins and losing their last 2. Meanwhile, the junior Victorias, they got a 6-4 win at home against the Stonewall Jets to get back to their winning ways. Is St. Boniface Reals, currently the hottest team in the MJHL, picking up their 5th win with a 5-1 win, or correction there, with a 7-3 win against the Charleswood Hawks. And the nightcap game that's just started underway in River East as the Royal Knights are taking on Raiders Junior Hockey Club. That game 0-0 early in the first period. And with that, we'll also look here at the points leaders coming into this one. And Dean Gorshinsky, congratulations to him. He's been working pretty hard here lately and able to take over number 1 as Tyler Rubini was at the top for a while, though he went on a 3-game skid, able to get 2 goals. Though tonight, we're on, look at that, Roy Neal there with only 18 games played and total of 39 points, and he's definitely had his impact made and no one here in only the handful of games he has played. Not on this list, but leading all rookie scorers, as we mentioned before, is Austin Spicer of the Pembina Valley Twisters with 9 goals and 9 assists for a total of 18 points. And with that, we'll bring you back now down here to the live action as the Zamboni finishes up its victory lap. Both teams set to take the ice. Twisters trying to get back here and continuing on, putting on the pressure. Their second period is definitely something that's held them back this year and trying to get that changed around. Meanwhile, for the Canucks, trying to make use of that lack of shot attempts and the lopsided, I should say, shot attempts that the Twisters have had compared to their opponents in the second period so far throughout the year, and trying to jump on them, get back into this one, only down by 1. Van Roby's ready to go, just waiting here, and now ready to go as Griffin Hyatt in on the draw. Twisters win that one, and they'll work it ahead. Van Roby circling back, and he'll work that through a couple sticks. Ferguson plays that all the way in behind the net. Neal works it back. Loose puck. Canucks trying to work it ahead forward. Controlled now here, and worked across into the slot, and that won't go for the Twisters. Shot by Clausen, and he'll play that wide behind the net. Loose puck still with it. Arneson now with it. And he'll work it ahead. It makes a nice little toe drag to get by Van Robies. Walks in. Cross for Hodge. Scores. And like we said, the struggling second period and trying to get a quick jump on for the Canucks. Didn't take much for that to happen. And here's a look at the replay. And a nice little setup by Arneson. Works it across to Griffin Hyatt. And Hyatt with the goal. Off the draw. Puck's worked ahead forward. And now right back to Bruce. He'll work that across. Long stretch pass. Peters is out to get a stick on that. Still working with it now. And Stepek works it into the St. James zone. Romanuk works it ahead. And he goes to give chase. And add Roy Neal with the assist on the goal. This is the second assist of the hockey game. Stepek works it around behind the goal. Spicer with it. He'll work that to the far side. Loose puck. Comes out now. Romanuk, he'll play that across. Twisters pick that one off. And coming in. Here comes quick shot just behind the net from Gage Ferguson. Bouncing puck. Picked off by Cousins. Twisters got to watch the line. Cousins walks into that one. And Hofstad holds on for a whistle. 18-12 on the clock. Off the draw, Twisters, they'll fire that one just wide. Still with it. And that one comes all the way down in on net. Mazrat works it across to Younghusband. Younghusband fans on that. And here come the Canucks. Quick opportunity on the wraparound, trying to jam that one away. But work it into the slot and couldn't connect on the backhand. Now Keck working at it as he goes to the ice. Tackled there by DeGange, still trying to pick that one up. Rooney now gets it. Keck holds at the line. And Keck just a long enough stick to get that to Rooney. And now picked off by the Canucks. Canucks, they'll work that to the far side. To Romanuk. He gets past the stick check of Cousins. And Romanuk fires that one over the net. And that one bouncing up on the opportunity. Down low off the iron. Skirmish for the puck continues now behind the Twisters goal. Comes loose in front. And the Pembina Valley Twisters about to pick that one up as Rooney. Rooney walks in. Got Sharma with them. And Rooney knocked off the puck. Twisters work it in again down low. And Rooney, he'll feed that across. Sharma cuts to the front of the net. And Wall trying to fire that one across to Clausen. A little bit off on the pass. That comes all the way down. Clausen works it behind his own goal. Turning that one over at the line, and it's an offside against the Canucks. Off the draw. Phillips, he'll work that one quickly in. Still with it now. And the Canucks back to the point to Phillips. His shot through traffic, and that one goes just wide. Stadowski, he'll work that one wide of the goal. Continuing on with it, he'll play that across. And in a little bit of a tangle up, Neal tries to work that one out and doesn't get it quite. As now going the other way, Sabrin trying to feed that one ahead. Loose puck. Neal has it on his stick. And that's the one person you don't want that puck to come right to. And rebound in front, and Mazrat holds on for the whistle as he didn't catch that one at first. And there's Neal, you can see his speed. And that quick shot. And that rebound lay loose there for a second, but Mazrat able to freeze it as we are just over 4 minutes gone. Shots not up at 13 apiece. As the 13 of Griffin Hyatt comes in on the draw, and Twisters, they'll win that one all the way down the ice, and Neal will go back to pick it up. Loose puck controlled now by the Twisters, and Van Robies turns that one over to Neal, and bouncing puck again. Twisters, they'll work it free, trying to as Hyatt chasing down Biggerty. Biggerty now working towards the safety of the boards. Phillips holds it at the line. He'll work it across and couldn't get that to Neal. Neal works it back to Phillips. And now down low. Hunterson, he'll play it down low into the slot. Neal picks it up. He's got bodies in front. And that hit Young Husband. Twisters need the siege to end, and there's a goal for the Canucks. And the Canucks have their first lead of the hockey game. And it's Rylan Kuzik with the goal, adding to his assist he had earlier. And here's a look at the replay. And you can just see the duress the Twisters are in. And Kuzik just puts that one top shelf. So 2 goals by the Canucks in the opening 4 minutes and 50 seconds of the frame off a couple sticks. Chasing that one down. Thornton first one back. The shot through traffic won't go. Twisters pick that up as they try and get right back in. Stepek walks in, fires that one wide, and trying to work with it. We'll try and get our video feed right back here in a second as that one gets cleared out. Spicer now with it. Spicer, he holds that behind the net. Trying to fight that one away, and his shot just wide. Still working it now in the corner boards. Twisters work it behind. Now back to Guilford. Guilford, his shot through traffic, and that one deflected just wide. Twisters now moving it in and around behind the net. Back to Guilford. He'll work that one to Cohen Thomas. Thomas fires that one off the glove and just over. And apologize there for our video cutting out for a couple minutes. Guilford chases the loose puck down. Off the skate of Stepek. Stepek trying to get back to it. Romanuk picks it up. He'll try and center. Still working with it. In on the near side. Bouncing puck glove down. And into the zone. We got a penalty coming up. And Harrison takes him down. And here's a look at the replay here. As that one gets gloved ahead. And right there, easy cross-checking call. So the Twisters will head back to the power play. They are 1 for 2 so far as they try and tie this one back up. 13:15 on the clock. Wall in on the draw against Thornton. Thornton wins that one. Phillips tries to clear. Still with it now as the Twisters work that one back. Twisters cycling around Rooney. He'll work that down low for Guilford. Guilford from a tight angle won't go. Still working with it. And the Canucks, they'll clear that one out of the zone. Rooney plays it across. And into the zone come the Twisters as Biggerty takes a hard hit. Loose puck. Rooney stays with it. Plays it in front. And Wall was right there on the doorstep. Didn't have the answer. Twisters cycle it around. They'll work it across to Guilford. Right back to Rooney. Rooney fires. That one kicked away. And Guilford scoops that one up before it can go out. And Ferguson couldn't accept the pass. Canucks trying to work it out. Guilford holds it at the line. And we got penalty coming to the Penn Valley Twisters. And it's going to be a hook or a high stick. It's going to be a high stick. Mind you that. 58 seconds remaining. It's coming to Wall. And we can see if we can catch it here on the replay. And nope, did not get it there in time. Sorry about that. So Katema Wall will go for the hook, and both teams you got some 4-on-4 for 58 seconds. Or correction, on the high stick for Wall, that is. Canucks win the draw. Back at the point. Circling now around. Still with it. And across to Neal. Neal back in front, and that one from Arneson deflected just wide of the net. Cousins now with it, and he's watched, and turns out and over to Neal at the line. Neal trying to work that across. It gets to Hyatt. Hyatt who set it up. Can he get back to Neal? And he fires that one just over the goal. A great opportunity there for the Canucks. 18 seconds remaining. A 4-on-4. Is that one gloved down? And Twister's able to work it out of the zone. Spicer clears that in. And no icing. 5 seconds until the Canucks have their ensuing power play. And that starts now, a minute 02. A man advantage starts with the Twisters trying to work that across on trying to get someone set up short-handed. Loose puck. Twisters with it. Long stretch pass is picked off by Hyatt. Griffin Hyatt walks in, puts on brakes, tries to split the D, and the Twisters able to clear that all the way down the ice. Anderson picking up that loose puck from behind his own goal. 30 seconds remaining on the man advantage. He'll leave it back and across to Neal. Neal plays it right back to Griffin Hyatt. He'll leave it back at the line. Arneson, and he'll work that across. Romanuk with it. Across to Neal. Neal fires, and that one off the glass. Puck comes all the way out to Anderson. And that one knocked down by Van Robies. Here comes Van Robies. And he'll fire that one in on net rebound as it was just him and Anderson over there. And that puck comes out to Olsen, and that will end the power play opportunity for the Canucks. Romanuk walking in. And his quick shot in on net. Mazrat holds on for the whistle as he knocks the net off. I'm your host, Bentley Brown, along with my cameraman, Josh Keck, as with 10:04 remaining here in the second period. Shots not up at 16 apiece. It has been a hot start to the second period for the Canucks. 2 quick goals by them to propel them into the lead. And another quick opportunity there off the draw. Twisters trying to work it out. Stepic, he gets tripped up, and then we continue on. Twisters bench wanting a call. Stepic worth it. He'll work behind the goal. And the Twisters now picking that one off. Biggerty walks in, fires that one off the glove, and just over the net. Still with it now. Stepic. He'll try and work that one to Biggerty. Loose puck comes free to Thornton. Thornton now with it. Walking in, fires. And that one patted away off the blocker. And that quick shot from the point hits a skate in front. Goes all the way to the other end of the ice. Canucks controlling now with the pressure. And now the Twisters trying to jam that one free off a couple stick blades, and out of the zone it will go as Bruce will pick it up with 9:05 on the clock. Long stretch pass. That one comes all the way down, hits the linesman, and with the break there for the Canucks as Cousins works it away from the goal up to Biggerty. Biggerty now tried to whack at that turnover, and the Twisters able to jump on that loose puck as Stepic getting it out of the zone for Bruce. Picked up by Spicer. Spicer walks in, fires that one. That one is gloved and held for a whistle at 8:35. And here's a look at one of the Twister scoring opportunities down low. And this was a couple sequences ago. Sorry, that's right there from the ring net line. Firing that one was Biggerty. Off the draw. Twisters, they'll work that one around off a couple sticks. Neal, he'll play it back. And there, pass. Trying to feed that one up ice. Neal again. And again, just a couple feet too far on the connection. Twisters fired that one right back in. Loose puck. And the Canucks still controlling in their own zone. Sharma giving chase against Neal. Thornton picks it up. He'll play that ahead. Twisters. They'll knock that round to Thornton. Thornton lost his edge and picked up by Guilford. Guilford up. Trying to work that to Sabrin. Phillips instead plays that ahead for Neal. And here comes Neal on the far side with speed. Waits, puts it into the slot, firing in and off the iron. Great opportunity there for St. James. Loose puck, and the Twisters able to clear that out of the zone all the way down. Will it have enough for icing? And just enough there, and there'll be an icing at 7:25 charged against the Penn Valley Twisters. Here's a look at the replay there. Great opportunity for the Canucks. And that one just ringing off the iron on a nice setup thanks to the speed of Neal. Both teams now ready for the draw from the left of Mesrat. Off the draw, Canucks winning the attack zone across to Arneson, and he'll stay with it. And he's knocked off the puck while trying to work it up. And just enough. No, not enough on that one for Sabrin to clear the zone. Hyatt now with it. He'll play it down low to Arneson. The couple of Canucks there in front, and the Twisters come out with the puck. Keck now with it. He'll feed that into the center for Guilford. Guilford walks in. And Keck trying to get the deflection. That one just wide the net. Arneson picks that one up. And Arneson now going the other way. Guilford chases him down. And the Twisters corral the puck is Rooney. Rooney now with it. He'll try and send it the other way. Keck picks it up. He'll work that one ahead. And into the zone. Guilford back to Keck. Keck fires that one in. Rebound. And that one gloved away. Canucks staying with the puck. Ahead to Arneson. Arneson now with it. Walks into the zone. Looks. Tries to fire. And staying with him his young husband. And we get a whistle at 6:21. Shots again. Close game. Nard up at 18 apiece. Off the draw. In front. Looking in. And the Canucks couldn't finish there on the opportunity. Going the other way is Olsen. Olsen going through traffic. And he'll leave that puck right back to Biggerty. Biggerty fires loose puck in front. Canucks. They corral it momentarily as now the Twisters with it. Van Roby circles back. Plays that across ice. Looking in and firing that one. That one gets blocked. Comes right to Romanuk. Romanuk with a breakaway backhand forehand and finishes it off. And looked very similar to his double overtime breakaway goal that he had here in the playoffs. And Romanuk giving the Canucks a 5-3 lead. And as we talked about it, the hurt in the second period continues to bite the Twisters. And there Romanuk just undresses Mesrat. And Guilford, he'll pick up the puck behind his own goal. Pearson with it. He'll work that ahead. Loose puck. Here's the opportunity for the Twisters. Cohen Thomas plays that one in front. And holding on for a whistle at 5:29 is Aiden Hofstad. Cohen Thomas off the draw. He'll work that one through the lines of the official. And still with it now. As skirmish against the sideboards. Walking into one there is Cousins, and holding on for a whistle again is Hofstad. 5:15 on the clock as the Canucks trying to put this one out of reach here with the Twisters, trying to get something going into the third period. Spicer now with it, and he'll turn that one over to Phillips. Loose puck still working with it. Controlled and cleared all the way down. As Cousins works the other way, Phillips across to Neal. Neal to Thornton. And that went ahead into cross, and on the back end, Thornton couldn't finish. Thornton now works it down low, back into the slot on the feed. Won't go, Phillips. He'll play it down low. Cousins intercepts that pass. He'll work it to Stepic, and Stepic misplays that one. It comes across to Neal. Neal on the near side. He fires that one and gloved and held by Mazerat for a whistle at 4:31 in the second period. And again, as we talk about, a couple of errors here by goaltending making the difference in this one, and scoring opportunities as the shots right there for both teams narrowed up at 20 apiece in this 5-3 Canucks lead. Canucks again carrying most of the pace of play though here. As that one gloved down and played ahead by Ferguson, knocked off his stick momentarily. He works that right back in all the way around behind the net. Olsen works it in behind. Canucks, they jump on that loose puck trying to get it out of the zone. And now Neal with it. Neal walks in, fires that in on net from the same spot he did last time, and Mazerat again holding on for the whistle with the answer at 4:04. Off the draw. Nice little sauce pass back to Neal. His shot through traffic. Mazerat has the answer. Rebound loose in front. And the Twisters able to work it out of the zone. Van Roby's through traffic. Picked off by the Canucks. Canucks clear that in behind the goal. Phillips first back there. He'll work that on to the near side. Picked up by Olsen. And Olsen can't stay with it. Now Biggerty with it. He'll fire that one wide of the net. Arneson. He'll skate up on the near side. Arneson playing that one across into the slot for Griffin Hyde, and Mazerat having the answer on the opportunity, and a nice little setup here as Arneson walks in, plays it across to Griffin Hyde, and looking for his second of the night. Mazerat denying him that time. Off the draw, that quick shot wide of the net. Bouncing puck as they hold on now. Pushing that against the boards. And now comes free Twisters with the puck on their stick, trying to clear that one out. Arneson came in to break it up. Back to the point, shot through traffic wide. Rebound, loose in front. And the Twisters can't clear that one now. Gets behind Anderson as he knocks it in and takes a couple whacks at Sabrin. And they're going to take them both as Anderson gives him a tap back in retaliation. I think they're getting both of them as Sabrin is debating his case, and they will. It'll be 4-4 again. 2:47 on the clock. Or maybe there's a and one here. So there's a 4-minute on the board. They're both getting 4 minutes. No, and they're double checking with the referee. He's oh. Yeah, change that up there. Still waiting for and now they're both on the board. at their correct times as we get back here with the action and the drop of the biscuit. Canucks control it back to Neal. Into the zone for the Canucks. Waiting for Neal to cross in. Now he's in. And still looking at him. Now they'll feed it to him. And he tried to make a little move there, and that didn't go his way as Spicer trying to work through Neal. And Neal, though, with him step for step. Quick shot on the net. And that one kicked away by Mazrat. Here's another opportunity for Spicer. Spicer walking in. Trying to beat Somali, and he makes the block rebound. Spicer going to the back end. And again, Hofstad having the answer for him on the breakaway opportunity. Somewhat of, not really a breakaway opportunity, but a one-on-one. Going the other way, working his way through traffic and trying to return the favor there was the 26 of Carson Smalcha, trying to get his second goal also of the night. Loose puck, Hyatt with it. Hyatt trying to feed it ahead. And he'll work it to Arneson. Arneson walks in, plays that one back to Neal. Neal swoops that across for Phillips. Phillips now, he'll put it on the brakes, circle back, and it's Hyatt now with it. Works it behind the goal. Neal with it. And an air pass there. Can the Twisters make the most of it? Olsen walks in on the breakaway. Goes to the back end, and the save on the opportunity for the Olsen there on the breakaway here. We'll take a look at the earlier breakaway opportunity from Spicer. Again, not really much of a breakaway. You got a guy right there, but a one-on-one with the defenseman and the goalie. 33 seconds remaining each on the offsetting penalties. Canucks with it off the draw. And they'll work it in on the near side. Long stretch pass. Twisters pick that one off. Romanov trying to hold at the line. He will. Olsen picks up the puck. As we enter the final minute of the second period, Olsen walks in, fires that one off the glove, and up and out of play. And Hofstad will get ready for the faceoff coming to his left. Off the draw. Canucks, they'll win that one. Work it back. And just sit on it here for a little bit as we're back to 5-on-5. Van Roby's trying to scoop up that loose puck as it's in the feet of a couple Canucks, and that comes right up at us into the netting at 36.3 on the clock. Shots this period, 8 for the Pembina Valley Twisters. Meanwhile, for the St. James Junior Canucks, 13. And Wall, he'll win the draw. So the Canucks control. They'll work that one across. And Anderson works it ahead to Warfel. Warfel now looking across to Neal. Neal walks in, makes a nice move. Back to Anderson. Rebound loose in front. Rooney picks it up. And Rooney on one last rush here for Pembina Valley. Walking in, leaving it back to Wall, and Wall ran out of space to fire that one. Canucks trying to work it back. Twisters work it away. And Keck loosely plays it into the zone. And with that is the horn, and that is the end of 40. It's 5-3 Canucks here following 40 minutes of play. Shots in the second period for the Pembina Valley Twisters. Total of 8, bring them to a total of 21 through 40. Meanwhile, for the St. James Junior Canucks, they had a total of 13, bring them to a total of 24. Both teams 0 for 1 on the man advantage in the second period, not including the 4-on-4. And your scoring summary: Griffin Hyatt started up with his 15th of the campaign from Tyson Arneson, and Roy Neal 46 seconds in to the period. Rylan Kuzik had his first, and Ashton Romanuk had his 5th from Dosh DeGange at 14-12. And with that, it is a 5-3 Canucks lead. And again, we talked about the struggles in the second period for the Twisters, and definitely showing their holes right there. And we'll see if the Twisters come out in a third period comeback. And with that, we'll see you all for the third period. I'm your host, Billy Brandt, along with my cameraman, Josh Keck. And as both these teams get ready to take the ice here, quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard on the only other game on right now, and that one's still knotted up, zeros apiece in the second, out in River East in between the Raiders Junior Hockey Club and the Royal Knights. Back here, we had the Canucks coming out and having a hot 3-goal period in the second period, and with that, propelling them into the lead. Twisters trying to turn that around. Shots in that second period for the Pembina Valley Twisters. They had a total of 8, 13 for the Canucks, giving totals of 21 and 24 in favor of the Canucks. Scoring summary, Griffin Hott, his 15th from Tyson Arson and Roy Neal, 46 seconds in. At 4:49, Riley Kuzik had his first, and Austin Romanuk had the breakaway goal, his fifth, from Josh DeGange at 14:12. So we'll see how the Twisters come to attack this third period here, trying to mount a comeback against the visiting Junior Canucks. And with that, Ferguson wins that and puts it right into the zone. Canucks working back here, and they'll clear that all the way down. Icing waved off. Guilford works it away. Loose puck picked up now, and trying to work that headed Zolson. That's in a little bit of a top, and now is able to clear that all the way down. Phillips gives chase. And Phillips pinned by Van Robies. And knocked down, trying to work that puck there to Ferguson as he cut in front. Now Ferguson with it, and that rolls right off his stick. And Kuzik works it across into zone high, centering. Loose puck picked up by the Twisters. Twisters trying to work it out of the zone. That one comes all the way down. Neal with it. He'll work it across ice. Still holding on to it now is Phillips. And Phillips will turn that one over to Josh Guilford. Guilford, long stretch pass. And I don't know about that one, nor does Ferguson. And he has a little bit of a talk there. And we'll look at the replay, see if he'd evaluate the argument. Tough to tell there, as it's a long swing for the camera there without the wide angle. But neither way, it'll come right here in front of the Twisters bench for a face-off. As Cone Thomas wins the draw, Twisters control. And quick rush now here by Cousins as he walks right up with it. Fans though on it, trying to work that across to Spicer. Now it comes all the way down. Figured scoops that one up on the near side off the stick of Stepik. Romanuk now with it. He'll circle that one around. Canucks controlling with it. And off a couple sticks all the way down the ice and waved off. And Cousins now with it. He's knocked off the puck and will just pin against the end boards. Now working across to Spicer off his stick and around to the stick of Romanuk, who will inadvertently turn that one over on the shot from Arson. Hits him. Spicer with a little bit of a breakaway and tight, and couldn't bang that one home with bodies in front of him. And there's a look at the replay. And Austin Spicer's opportunity there. Didn't have much as Romanuk was right on him. And couldn't get much of a shot away. Off the draw. Canucks clear that one all the way down the ice. Icing again waved off. Thanks to the quick hustle. And that loose puck now picked up by Young Husband. He'll turn that right over into the slot. And trying to scoop that up. The loose puck ends up on the stick of Van Robies, own Van Robies. Across to Ferguson, his quick shot up off the blocker and up and out of play off the iron. And they're going to, one linesman saying what they know, they're going to bring it into the zone. As it looks like it did hit the blocker and then the iron. Van Robies wins the draw. The Canucks corral the puck. St. James with it in their own zone. They'll work it on the near side. Thornton plays it in. Brady Thornton gives chase. Tries to center that one. That one won't go for him. Twisters trying to work it out, and they'll turn it over. And looking for an interference there on the pass. There's a little bit of a tango up there with Olsen and Thornton. Puck comes into the zone. Olsen knocks his man down. Twisters work the puck, trying to work it ahead. Olsen gets it in his feet. And he saw that hit coming, works it to Ferguson, right back off his stick on the touch pass to Young Husband, who blows the tire, stays with the puck as he gets pinned against the end boards. And a little bit of some extra physical activity with him going down there against Carter Jordy. Loose puck, and the Canucks just center that one out. Wall now chasing it down. And not the first one back. Semcelli now working that across. Wall picks it off the pass. Loose puck. Twisters get it back to Biggerty, and that one hit a skate in front. Rooney now with it. Rooney looking. And he'll play that one in behind the net for Wall. Wall in front. Twister's jamming at the loose puck. That one comes out to Biggerty. He'll work it across. Quick shot through traffic, and that one won't go. And the Canucks clear it all the way down the ice. Clausen picks up the puck. Clausen now still waiting behind his own net with it. He'll work it up to Rooney on the near side. Rooney knocked off the puck. He'll work it across. Clausen now steps into the zone, and he'll just turn back and go for a change as he puts that one in. Neal up to Phillips. And he'll turn that one over to Wall. Wall. And he gets tripped up in front of the referee. Continues on. And Stepik works that across to Guilford. A little bit of an air pass. Guilford had to go back to stay with us. He works his way through a handful of Canucks before turning it over to Kuzik as Kuzik walks into the zone, circles back, and off his blade onto the blade of Spicer momentarily. And now up to Stepik, and we got a slashing penalty coming. Or was it a high stick? Here's a look at the replay. And don't know exactly what it was that blew in that one dead, as the referee did go over to drop something off with the timekeepers. Loose puck off the draw. Twisters pick that one up. And with a nice little hit there, Schmar trying to scoop up that loose puck. Now he will. Playing it in and around behind the net. Hyatt with it. Controlled by the Twisters. Pembina Valley working it ahead. And they'll just send that one into the zone. Loose puck. Still working with it. Now firing that one just wide of the net.